Right. God says, look, if you love me, keep my commandments. Right. 2 John 6. Because that shows if you love God. I wanna be famous. Just like when you look at the brother's shirts around here, these fringes, it's not hard to wear. He said he gonna put curtains on them people. So, is a curtain a good thing or bad? It's a bad thing. I wanna be famous. I wanna be famous.
You wanna see the kingdom of heaven? If you wanna walk through one of those 12 gates, you gotta keep God's commandments.
I'm trying to rule them all. Sending letters across the world to all my brothers, just like Paul. Mess with Israel, now you fall. Glory is through the Most High.
So you understand what he's saying, right? So with knowing all this, what's our next step? You know what I mean? What's your next step knowing this? Because you're getting information right now. This is the greatest knowledge, the greatest wisdom in the world right now, to know that you're an Israelite.
Bring it out.
And the Most High God requires something from us. You know what I mean? So in that case, we've been following this man. He said this is something that we've been following, right? This guy. But let's see how we follow this guy. Because he said we got to follow Christ, right? Everybody say they follow Christ, right?
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 1. For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh.
So Christ suffered for you, right? He suffered for all, right? Read.
Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. With the same mind, for he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
He said, have the same mind. He said he suffered in the flesh and he ceased from sin. So how do you purify yourself? Give me Psalm 19:7. How do you get that mindset? How do you get it right? How do you get the same mind as Christ? Because he said he ceased from sin. So how do you walk? How do you walk in this world like Christ? Read. So you got to clean yourself up.
The book of Psalms chapter 19 verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
He said the laws, that's what's perfect. That's what converts you. Christ had the same mind because we have to be taught. When we lean to our own understanding and everything like that, we fall. Because growing up, did your parents tell you something? Like, did your parents show you a way to lead? Like he could be in the community talking or teaching or telling you, hey, clean up your room and all that. Your parents did that for you, right? So we have to listen to the Most High God and what he say required of us, because that's how we gonna get back to the kingdom. That's how we gonna get our redemption. That's how we gonna make it. We gotta keep the commandment because that's how we live. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to do as a people. Read it one more time.
The book of Psalms chapter 19 verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
He said it's perfect.
Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So he said the testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple, because we'll understand why we're going through the conditions that we're in, right? So you have any more questions? You know what I mean? Because like you go to church, right? Who you get taught by? Like my father. Your father's a pastor? Okay, so give me Hebrews 5:12. You know what I mean? So your pastor, do he teach you the Bible? Or do he tell you, like, do he go in the scriptures and show you how you should go? Because it's a certain way to be a man. Because a lot of people running around here think they man because they get babies with all these different women. They selling drugs. They got the big wheels. They can go anywhere. They got all the money. That's not how you be a man. So we got to be taught again, because according to the scripture, if you're not following these laws, that's the commandments.
Yes.
Because as Christ got it, he got it from his Father, which is in heaven. And we should be following Christ. We going to get the commandments from Christ. It's order in everything we do. Read that.
The book of Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
You said you've been taught by your father. He's a pastor. He teaches, right? He said it's a time when you got to be taught again. Because think about it. They had 400 years to fill your head up. Plus, with all this nonsense and this garbage of Christianity and white Jesus, it took a time, a process. It's going to take time to get this guy out your mind. That's why Christ said you got to be filled with my laws. You got to convert yourself. These laws is perfect, washing away this filth. Because that's what that is filth. Because when you believe in this guy, you don't have any self-conscious of yourself. You don't look at yourself as being great. And that's a problem. Because we the greatest people that walk the earth to this day. To this day, we are the greatest people that walk the earth. We don't.
One teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not strong meat.
So get Deuteronomy 7:6. So it says you will need a milk. The milk is these scriptures, the basic scriptures that Christ is black, that we must repent to get to the kingdom of heaven, that we must keep the commandments, that we must come back to Christ. That's the only way we're going to get the kingdom. If they're not teaching that in these churches, throw it away. Get rid of it. They're not teaching you anything to profit you. They teaching you in vain and making you vain. Docile. You're making you a puppet for the America to use you. If I'm going to be used, I want to be used by the black Messiah, Jesus Christ.
That's right.
The one that's going to set the world back in order. The one that's going to make men out of the people that you thought was low and we're going to make it back.
Bring it out.
The Most High God going to do that. He's going to be our Savior and our rock that we can stand on in the time of trouble. But this guy going to let you down every time. You put your faith in this guy, you might as well, hey, it's trouble. It's trouble behind that guy because we lost everything we had. Following somebody that did not have our best interest in hand.
Teach us.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people. Hath chosen thee to be a special people.
That's why I said, he said, I chose you to be a special people. Like I said, they're not going to tell you in the churches. Your father didn't tell you. But the prophets of the Most High God are going to tell you, thus said the Lord.
That's
you are
right.
above all people. You are special, brother. Do you hear me? You are special. You are not what they tell you that America has told you to be. This guy has failed us. We must return and keep the Most High God's laws so we can convert ourselves and we can be men of the Lord. Let's show our people the right way to go. We've been lost for too long. We've been playing games out here, man. We have to come back and do thus said the Lord. Burrito.
Unto himself, above all people.
Wait a minute. You said above all, wait a minute, read it again.
The Lord have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Brother, did you hear that? What's your name again? Elijah. He said, you above all people. All people. You're not equal to. They can't hold a candlestick to you.
That's right.
That's why we the most successful. Hey, look, they have a 400-year head start, and then we still not catching up. And we still prosper, but we don't have the Most High God's laws to make it perfect. That's what we miss. We missing our Savior. They got their Savior. They doing what they supposed to do, but we got to return to our strength because we are above all people that are on the face of the earth. But the Most High God said, hey, I require something for you. Read it one more time.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Elijah, that's something special, bro. He said you're above everybody on the face of the earth. But since we're above, like it's required, someone's right. So give me Amos 3:1 right quick. Amos 3:1. Because it's so required, like I say, he gonna punish us because he gave us special requirements. So it's not gonna be we're not gonna get punished like everybody else. They can go around, kill us and get away with it. Murder case after murder case, caught on film. The other nations get away with it because they don't have no God. He gave them true toys. That's idols. We're not supposed to serve them. We're supposed to serve the one true God of heaven and earth, the creator of all things. That's the most greatest power in the world, in the universe. The black Messiah.
That's right.
Not this man right here. This man has taught us every false way to go and led us down the wrong path. Freedom.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1.
My bad. Amos 3, verse 1.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
He said, "O children of Israel." What's the nationality again? African American. He showed you in the Bible that African American came from 2 white men, right? You know that? You know that? He didn't tell you? All right. It came from 2 different white men. It came from Leo Scipio Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. There's two different white men. Give me Psalms 49:11. You know what I mean? Because that's why I say, through this, bro, we lost our way. We lost our culture. We lost our heritage. We lost our customs. But in your custom, it comes a dress code. It comes the way you deal with people. It comes the way you talk. But like I said, you're not an African American. I just told you, how can you be an African American in the African American America? You below everybody. But the Bible just said you above everybody.
That's right.
Somebody lied. Jesse Jackson told you that you was African American. My parents are older than the African American slogan that they put up on them. It's a title. The Most High God said, hey, you say you're American black, you from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
A royal priesthood. The Most High God, Christ's son, came from the tribe of Judah. You got the same blood running in you right now, brother. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to clear up all that confusion in your head. You are special to the Most High God. You are not like everybody else, brother. And you got to realize that. We're not going out here and tell you, hey, everything going to be all good. We got to stand up because we the greatest people. We were the first people ever created to be special. We the only people God will deal with. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
So the inward thought will be their houses dwell forever. So you have like Houston, right? Remember, you know where Houston is? It's named after a man. Washington, D.C., right? It's named after a man. They thought that their dwelling places going to live forever because they thought they was God. They gave you this image and told you they was God and that you were nothing. You a nigga. You at the bottom. You were drug dealers. You nothing. They demonized us.
Bring it out.
But the Most High God said you above all people. You the greatest thing that walked the earth. I want to pat it into your head because this is the truth that's going to set you free, to make you free, brother. This the truth. They not going to tell you the truth, but the prophets of the Most High God going to tell you the truth because that's what's going to save your life, keeping these commandments.
They called their lands after their own names.
Wait a minute. Like I said, they called their lands after their own name. Africanus, Africa. Right. They named it after their own name. Like I'll tell you, Houston, they thought they were going to live forever, not knowing that the Most High God going to come back and redeem his people. Not everybody, his people. Because we broke God's commandments. So like he said, it's our job to regain what we lost. Why would you want another man to fix something that you broke? Shouldn't you fix something that you broke yourself? It's your daddy. You should do what your daddy told you to get back in good standards with him. But we want to lead to our own understanding. And then we want to do drugs and deal with women to go away from what the Most High God say. But the Most High God said, hey, you got to come back to me. You're going to have to come back to me. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Wait a minute. He said he's going to cause you to go from your inheritance because we was a great people, like I told you. We had our own government. We had our own banks. We had everything. But he said, you're going to discontinue, Jeremiah, and so is your people. We're not going to know no more that we are the greatest people on earth. You're going to discontinue from it. You're not going to have your real language. You're speaking the language of somebody else right now. What's your last name? Bridges, you have the name of your slave master because they put their brand on you. If you was in Smith plantation, you would be a Smith. Like you remember that movie Roots? They said, "What's your name, boy?" Kota. No, my name Toby. You know what I'm saying? Because they broke us down and beat us until they gave us a name. They just gave because it's a curse to have another man over you. Why would you want another man ruling over you, telling you what to do? When the Most High God said, "Hey, all you got to do is follow me, keep this commandment. You're gonna be good. You Gucci." But nah, we don't want to do that. We want to do what we want to do. You got something? Give me 17 the phone.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Like I said, hey, bro. Like I said, he kindled a fire with him that's gonna burn forever. And this is what happened to us, bro. When we left our name. This is what happened to us. This is what happened to us.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
Wait a minute. What? You did, Elijah, this is the book of Isaiah. It says you're going to leave your name for a curse.
Unto my chosen. For the Lord God shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
Wait a minute. He said he's going to call you by another name. So even in the book, we had Israel names, and now we're going by John, Mark, because we got European names on us, brother. This ain't even our culture. You know what I mean? Do you go to China and see a man named John? It don't happen. But we the only people that go somewhere and we get called by other people's names.
Before I leave, we about to get ready to go. Hey, show me
the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
He said Judah mourning. So he said the so-called blacks, they mourn. And the gates of the leadership, hey, they was mourning right now because we ain't got no leadership. Because can you name 3 great people right now? Black leaders. Right now. It's not many. It's not, if any. The prophets of Most High God back though. Show you something.
They are black unto the ground.
Wait a minute. What are the Jews? What Jews?
They are black unto the ground.
But they tell you that the Jews over there were white. The Jewish people. Because say, if you a Jew, I know, hey, you a Jew. But like I said, if I say that you blackish, what that mean? What does blackish mean? So what does Jewish mean? That means you trying to be pertaining to you something like, but you're not the real deal. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they are the Jews.
That's right.
That's what they try to keep from you. They spend so much money and so much time trying to confuse us. They're against us coming back to know who we are. Because if it didn't offend them, or if it wasn't no value to them, why are you trying to hide it from us?
Right.
Why are you trying to hide it from us? If it's something there, there's something there. They won't hear from us because they don't want us to know. They don't want us to know how great we are. But like I said, I'm going to pat it in your head. You're the greatest thing to walk the earth, brother. When you leave here today, I want you to know that.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
Wait a minute.
I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
He said, I am black and handsome.
That's right.
We coined that. He said, I'm black and handsome. You know, we get our fresh fade, get our haircut, we like, yeah, we look in the mirror, we on Instagram, we on all that, hey, we fresh. That's what he said. What did you one more time for him? I don't think he heard it.
The book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's, verse 5. I am black, but comely.
He said, I'm black and beautiful.
That's right.
Hey, that's something that's special, man. He said, I'm black and I'm beautiful. I even see now, they trying to, like how we got our hair, the curls like that, the Japanese, the Chinese people trying to come and do their hair like us. Because our beauty and our power went off of Mother Nation, and they want to steal it. Hey. It's so powerful, they want to steal it. Why would you want to steal another man and put your name on? That's like a eulogy. You go to a funeral, right? And I put another man's on my eulogy. That's not the dude that did this work while he was on earth. This is not the dude that did this. But you want to put this guy on them like, oh, this is Jesus Christ. No, it don't work like that. In this world or the one to come. Because we going to set it straight. Hey. This is the guy that we got to lean on. Keep his commandments and the faith in him, and we going to be all right. We going to be all right. And we got to come together. We got to come together. Because like I say, I know you're still in the lead, but I'm going to lead you with this scripture. You know what I mean? Give me Hebrews 10 and 26, 25, by gathering together. Well, I said because when you, like this just it's not small, but right here, what we're doing right now, we're trying to wake our people up. But it's much more work need to be done because this is the outward appearance of us, but we need to work on the inside. We hurt from the inside out.
Right.
And we got to clean our mind up because we can hate our brother in our heart and think nothing of it. We don't want our brother to prosper. We see our brother making money, then oh man, what he doing? We got jealousy, envy, strife, all that's in us. We have to clean it up through the word of the Lord. And that's when you be around your brothers, you can work that out. But if you off to yourself, how you going to deal with the issue? The church is not doing it. They tell you to come in, clap the tambourine, look at Miss Betty tired, and go home. And you back in the folly. I done did it, I done done it. I done been there before. I done been on that side, brother. I done been in the streets. I'm telling you, today is your day to come back to the Most High God.
That's right.
You can do everything under the sun, but if you don't do the work of the Lord and do what he told you to do, it's in vain. And I had to change my ways. And I'm here to tell you, you can do the same thing, brother. As a man, you can do the same thing. It takes coming back to the Most High God and gathering with your brothers that believe and set this world in order. That's right. And that's what it's going to take.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
Because some people be like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm making all this money, you know what I mean? I'm well off. I got my money. Hey, y'all little. Y'all beneath me. No. He said, don't forsake the assembly.
But exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching.
He said exhorting one another. If you're going through something and we're not together, how am I know you're going through something? You could be going through something that's eating you up on the inside and you have nobody to talk to. Then it leads to other problems. It leads to drinking, where you get drunk before it even gets 12 o'clock. You find out blunts after blunts because you think it's going to ease your pain. It's not. I'm here to tell you it's not. I've been there, done it. It's not going to happen. You have to clean your ways through the Most High God's words and return to what he say. That's the only way. Because we are rebellious people. We don't want to hear what's the right thing to do. We want to prophesy smooth words. No, he said you got to change. And that's what's wrong with us. We don't want to change. We want to get the different results doing the same thing. That's insanity. It's not going to change until we take a stand. Until we come back and do what we got to do.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?
So you're a young man, right? He said, how I'm going to clean my ways? You know what I mean? Because like I say, in the world, it's all kind of fight. It's all kind of sin. You got sexual desires and stuff on the TV. They putting in cartoons. When you walk down the street, you got peer pressure. If you go to school, if you go to college, the evil is always around. But how are you going to put their heads around you? You got to be keeping these laws, but I'm going to show you.
By taking heed thereto, according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments.
He said with their whole heart. It's talking about your mind because the organ in your body is only pumping blood. Your mind is what tells you to do because when you can see something in your mind, it's like a snowball effect. You might be doing something, if you let it ponder, it's going to continue until it gets something big, so it manifests. Because it all starts with your mind process. That's why I said you got to be, you got to purify yourself with the same mind Christ had. Keeping the laws because it's gonna be a battle every day. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a battle every day because your spirit want to do one thing, what the Most High God say, but your flesh want to act a fool. But you gotta put it in check. You have to check yourself with these laws. You should be lining yourself up every day with the scriptures. Am I applying this? Am I applying this? Because I can know this whole Bible. The pastors know the Bible, but they don't apply nothing. Matter of fact, give me James 1 and 22. 1 and 22. 1 and 25. 1 and 25. 1 and 25. 1 and 25.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 25.
Bring it out.
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty.
Hey, this is the perfect law of liberty. You looking at this and cleanse your ways. Examine yourself. Because don't nobody know you like you know you. You know what you're dealing with. You know what you got to overcome. But you got to face it as a man and go through that thing. And get over it. You can't put it to the side and look for alternate outlets and don't want to deal with your problems. A man don't do that. A man gonna take his problem head on and fix it and overcome it and learn from it.
And continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
He being not a forgetful hearer.
He said, don't be a forgetful hearer because you heard a lot come out today, right? He said, don't be forgetful when you walk out. You're like, yeah, there was some good stuff. I'm going to go back and do what I'm going to do. He said, don't be a forgetful hearer. Don't do that thing. Do not read.
But a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed.
That's fire. He said, then you're going to be blessed in your deed when you do what he say do.
That's right.
That's the only way, brother. That's the only way. Give me Sirach 5 and 7 right quick. Sirach 5 and 7. When you do the work of the Most High God, you ain't got time to be in foolishness.
That's right.
You're not worried about what people say and what they doing because they persecuted Christ. We gonna go through the same thing. He said, equip yourself likewise with the same mind. We warriors. We came from that. We had our whole armies. We were great people. I'm gonna keep telling you, we was the greatest thing. You think USA military was something, but you see the prophets of the Most High God army. That's going to be something to see. Hey, that's gonna be something to see. But they never tell you nothing like that. They're not gonna tell you in the school systems, in the churches. They're not gonna tell you because guess what? He left there for the men that's gonna stand up for him in the latter days to do. That's our job. That's our first job. You might go to 9 to 5 and work, but the prophets, their #1 job is to bring out this word and edify the people.
That's right.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
You know what tarry means? He said, don't wait. He said, don't wait to turn to the Lord. Because a lot of people be like you say, a lot of people be like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to come in about 4 or 5 months. Yeah, I got it. Burrito.
And put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be. Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
He said, hey, don't put it off day to day, because like I said, you hear this, follow up on it. Don't take our words for it. Go in the scriptures for yourself. And look, you know what I'm saying? If you say your father a pastor, right? Break it to him and see what he said. And don't do a line up with the Bible. Because your father might, if you're a pastor, he could have been lying to you. You know what I'm saying? But these words not going to lie. These words going to live forever. The Most High God not going to lie. Read.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
The children of God, we are not black men, we are Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have repented. We have repented. How about you? How about you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.IsraelUnite.org.